Hey Yogi, welcome to class. If you're new to the channel, I'm Ree and this is Drakey. And if you are returning, welcome back. We love practicing with you on YouTube. Before we get into the practice, if you haven't yet subscribed to the channel, please do. It just helps Drake and I to grow on the platform. And if you enjoy the class, leave us a comment, give us a thumbs up on the video, and let us know what else you would like to see. Okay, so this is going to be a really mellow class, and for that reason, I have a number of props here. You could sub these out with loads of stuff. So I've got a bolster, it's a yoga bolster, but you could use like some thick sofa cushions, that's fine. I've got a blanket, any blanket will do, and I've got 2 blocks. So all that being said, grab whatever you need or just things that you can use instead of this stuff. And then we're going to start at the top of our mats. We're going to place one of the blocks on its kind of medium height. And we're going to come into a yogi squat, Malasana, sitting our butt on the block. So you could use a couple of blocks for this. It doesn't necessarily need to be one. You know, you could stack a few things to do this. And then I want you to just take the arms through the inside of the thighs and be gentle here. So at this stage, we're just kind of dropping in. Maybe you even want to let the kind of elbows just fall over the tops of your kneecaps and just gently close your eyes. If eyes closed is just not feeling good today, then just take a soft gaze, looking to the kind of apple of your cheeks. Try and sit up nice and tall in this space. Allow the block to give you a bit of elevation. And then close down your eyes. See if you can reach the crown of the head up a little bit without hiking the neck. So without lifting your nose, try to keep everything neutral through the back of the neck, the cervical spine, but just lift up and out of your sit bones so that the crown just grows a little bit closer to your ceiling. Just notice what's showing up for you in these very first moments of practice. How the body is feeling, the breath, the mind, the spirit, all the components. And then from here, take your hands on tops of your kneecaps. And then I want you to just, as you inhale, think cow pose. So really draw your chest forward and lift, looking up to the sky. As you exhale, round in, think cat. Inhale to lift. Exhale to round. Inhale to lift. Exhale to round. Inhale to lift. And exhale to round. Nice. Then from here, take your arms on the inside of the legs. And I want you to use that to just allow you to open the knees a little bit wider and just feel more of a stretch here on the inner groin. So you might be much wider than I am. That's fine. And then we're going to take the right hand into the fist. The left palm is open. Right hand will meet the inside of the left palm. And we're just going to lift and lower the hands through the center line. Keeping the spine nice and long. That was kind of a cue for me as well, because I noticed that it was sinking. But try to sit up and out whilst you have the hips in this external rotation. Notice how, you know, the gate of your hips kind of just opens a little bit more as you come through the midline, and then how it gives a little bit when you get to the top and the bottom. And then hold at that kind of bigger stretch point here. You can wiggle the feet out wider if you need to, but we're just going to hold, lifting the chest. Nice. Release that. From here, take your hands, clasp the fingers, and then take hold of like the back of the head. Let the elbows come down towards each other, and then just fold, or round, I should say, in. So use the hands to just give your head a little bit of extra weight, just to sort of stretch out there through the neck. And just encouraging the chin to the chest. Inhale as you lift, open up, lift the chest, open the elbows, lift the gaze. And then exhale, recurl, be small. Inhale, lift and be expansive. Exhale to curl in. Inhale to lift. Exhale to curl. Inhale to lift. And exhale. Curl it down. Nice, release that, release the hands. And then come off your block, maybe move your block out of the way for now. And then scoot your feet so that they're roughly hip distance underneath you. And then from here, we're going to do the same again. So keeping the knees pretty soft, so a little soft bend in them. You're going to fold forward, you're going to clasp the hands under or over the back of the neck and just allow that to bring the chest to the thighs a bit more and a bit closer. And just allow, the weight to just send you a little bit deeper here. The knees can bend as much as you would like. Ideally, we want lower belly touching the tops of the thighs. From here, bend the knees a bit more to inhale and come all the way up. When you get to the top, open the elbows and take a little mini back bend. So lift the gaze. Exhale, round in. So you're rounding the neck, chin, upper body, mid-back, bend in the knees and fold. It's rippling up and down the spine. Inhale, roll, reverse that. The last thing to come up will be the head as the neck comes to neutral and the elbows open. You take the back bend. Exhale, reverse, rippling up and down, remembering to bend your knees. Inhale. Exhale. 2 more, just like that. Inhale. And exhale. Inhale. Feel that movement through your spine. Feel the head supported as you lean back. And then exhale. Feel the weight of the hands on the head. Nice. Release the hands here. Opposite hands take opposite elbow. We'll just ragdoll it out. Again, soft bend in the knees here. I highly recommend it. You're just going to get a bit more into your hamstrings than anywhere else, which is kind of where we're targeting. And then let the fingertips reach the mat. Inhale, Ardha Uttanasana, halfway lift, flat spine. Exhale, Uttanasana. Root to rise. Inhale, come all the way up. Reach the arms up, Urdhva Hastasana. Exhale, hands through the center line. Samasthiti here. Inhale, sweep the arms up, look up. Exhale, bend the knees and fold to Uttanasana. Head hangs heavy. Inhale, Ardha Uttanasana, halfway lift. Exhale, Uttanasana, fold forward. Root to rise as you come up. Sweep the arms up, drishti to the fingers. Urdhva Hastasana. Exhale, Samasthiti, pull the hands through the center. Inhale, sweep it up and look up. Exhale, bend the knees and fold. Come all the way down. Forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Ardha Uttanasana. Exhale, Uttanasana. Root to rise. Sweep the arms up. Look up. Drishti to the fingers. Urdhva Hastasana. Exhale, Samasthiti. Find Tadasana here. So turn the palms forward. Standing tall onto both feet. Just notice what it feels like to just sway side to side here and then come to a little bit of stillness. Think about the tailbone, or in particular think about the pelvis. So I want you to think about where it is. See if you can bring it to neutral. So if you stand with a very anterior tilt, so like tailbone lifting up, then I want you to try to lift the pubic bone and drop that tailbone. If you live in a very kind of more tailbone always tuck in, let's try and bring it back to neutral by gently lifting it. So, it depends. I have a bit of natural anterior tilt. But it really depends on you, and it always helps to look in a mirror for these things. But just try and find what feels like neutral. And the chances are, if you don't live in neutral, which most of us don't, it'll actually feel like you're having to work, I think, to get there. Hands face forward. And then from here, close down the eyes. Lift all 10 toes, give them a wiggle, and then drop them to the mat. Place your mind's eye and your attention on your right leg. Lean to the right slightly and come up onto the left tiptoes. And then maybe you want to reach that left leg up. So take the left foot away from the earth. Notice how hard it is to balance on one foot with your eyes closed. Feel the wobbles. Feel the work in that right leg. Engage your right glute. And then drop the left foot down. Recommit to neutral. So standing, pelvis slightly tucking under, feet under hips. Close your eyes. Weight goes into the left side. Come up onto the right tippy toes. Maybe just the right big toe. And then again, see if you can keep the eyes closed and reach that right foot up. Try to keep it lifted. Feel the work. Engage through your left glute. That's going to keep you there. And gently drop your right foot. Let's do one more each side. Press into the right leg. Lean to the right slightly. Engage the right glute. Pick up the left foot. Be strong in that right leg. You stand on it every day. It can do it. It can hold you. Gently drop the left foot. Weight into both feet. Lean to the left foot. Come on to the right tiptoes. Maybe you lift the right foot. And hold. Be firm. Feel the wobbles. Feel it test the legs. And then gently. Right foot lands, open the eyes, have a shake, and just assess that. I always think it's incredible how we practice all these really intense things in yoga asana, but just standing on one foot with your eyes closed is actually usually super challenging. Okay, from here, reach your arms up, look up, drishti to the fingers, exhale, fold, pull the hands through, Uttanasana. Inhale, Ardha Uttanasana. On the exhale, step your left foot all the way to the back and drop your left knee down. Plant your left hand, and if the ground feels quite far away here, just have a block there, that can help. And then from here, I just want to circle through this right arm. So no right or wrong here, no kind of specifics. All I want you to think about is as you're circling, keep sending this left hip down. So down and forward so that we really stretch through that left hip flexor. Maybe as you circle, you want to cactus your right arm just to get a little bit into a different part of the shoulder or a different sensation. Nice. And then from here, you're going to start to straighten through this right leg and come all the way down onto your butt. So more of like a Janu Shirshasana than a half split. You can untuck the toes or tuck the back toes, whatever feels okay for you here. And then just walk the hands as far forward as you can. Feel the stretch through this right leg. Drive the right heel into the mat and gently pull back just to engage. And then just give your quad, the front of your right leg, just give that muscle a little bit of activation just so that it supports the stretch and helps you get deeper into the stretch essentially. If we activate the opposite muscle, we're just going to get more out of the stretch and basically be able to stretch that little bit deeper. Walk the hands forward. Allow the body to round if you want. Nice. Slowly creep the hands forward. This time, plant the left hand down, lift the back knee off, and we'll take the circles again. Just now with a little bit more kind of awareness into both hips. Nice. Brilliant. And then from here, sweep your right arm underneath your left. Turn all 10 toes to face the left long side of the mat. And just fold over here. Find a wide leg forward fold. Nothing crazy. You just want to feel like you're getting a nice stretch. So really pull back the thigh bones and press them back into the back muscles of your legs. And think about flicking the tailbone up. Fingertips can be to the mat, or you can just let the hands kind of come to heart center as you fold. Feel free at any point to increase the width of the stance. That's fine. Nice. And then from here, inhale to halfway lift. As you exhale, bend the right knee, swivel back to the front, drop the left knee down. And then take that left foot over towards the right side of the mat. So we're just setting up for this half Parsvakonasana here. So you can rise up. And then take the right fingertips to the mat. So you deeply bend through the right knee. And then just reach that left arm up. And this time we're going to swivel or circle through the left shoulder. Again, you've got your block there. So like if this feels far away or you just need a bit more space, that's all fine. You're just going to use the block to help you get into the circles, get into the left shoulder. We've been in the right a fair bit. Maybe you want to take the cactuses on this side. Nice. Beautiful stuff. From here, come up, straighten through that right leg, maybe turning the right toes back to face the long side of the mat. And we're just going to let the left fingertips plant, reach the right arm up and overhead, taking this kind of half side plank here. Inhale, come up, right hand down the right leg, take gate pose. Feel a stretch from this left fingertips right the way down to that left knee. Inhale, side plank, right arm reaching up and over. This time you're long from right fingertips to right outer blade of right foot. Inhale, come up. Oh, I love this stretch. It's such a good side body stretch, and we don't get into the side body as much as we ought to. And then exhale. Hand down, reach over, push your hips forward. Nice. This time come all the way up, turn to face the top of the mat, move your block. Actually, no, pop your block in the middle. We'll come back to Malasana. So just step left foot up towards the top of the mat and then scoot your feet out enough so that you can find your Yogi squat Malasana. And the block is optional if you'd rather just sit in Malasana. I quite like in a mellow flow to have some support under the sit bones for Malasana. And then just have a little feel here, a little sway side to side. Nice. From here, keep the knees drawing out as you remove the arms. Clasp the hands in front of you. Turn the palms away from you. So the key throughout this movement is we want to keep the knees wide. They're going to want to cave in. Once you start to focus somewhere else or you don't have the force of the arms to take you into that big external rotation, we will cave in. But I want us to fight to keep the knees wide. So the hands will turn out. Inhale, reach the arms up. Look up, exhale, concave, push through the shoulders, dome through the upper back. Inhale, reach up, keep pushing the knees out wide. I know it's super tough. Exhale. Are your knees moving? Inhale, send the knees wide. Exhale. Inhale, send the knees wide. Exhale. Inhale. Send the knees wide and exhale. Nice. From here, lift off your block. Bring your feet hip distance. Inhale, Ardha Uttanasana. Exhale, Uttanasana fold. Root to rise. Inhale up, Urdhva Hastasana, drishti to the fingers. Exhale, fold, Uttanasana. Inhale, Ardha Uttanasana. Exhale, plant your right hand, step your right foot to the back of the mat and drop your right knee down. Same on this side. So inhale, sweeping that left arm into some circles here. Keep drawing the left knee towards the body and just take the circles. And just feel open here, like feel like you're just, seeking territory, finding space, letting your scapula, your wing-like bones on the back, just feel like they're getting into and having some movement. That's all we're really looking for here. Nice. Nice. Let that left hand meet the mat, straighten through the right leg, and then come down either onto the toes tucked onto the heel or the toes untucked. Totally cool. Flex the left foot really strongly, pull it back, and then take your fingertips as far out in front of you as they'll go. Allow the back to round, allow the chest to sink. Just find this variation of a half split. Again, drawing the toes strongly back as you press the heel into the mat and gently work the heel towards you. So pulling as if you're trying to drag across the mat. It's just going to help. And then engage through the front of the leg. So activate through the quad, the front muscle on that left leg. Nice. Take a couple more breaths here, a few cycles of breath. Maybe you want to find more space, walk the fingers further away from you, go a little bit deeper on the fold. At the end of that second cycle of breath, crawl yourself back forward, plant the right hand. This time tuck the left toes, lift the left knee. We'll take the circles again. We're just trying to get into all bits of the body today. It's very hip focused and hamstring, but we want us to just feel like we're just getting into all the different territories of the body that we have. So just feel it out through the shoulder. And then feed your left hand under your right. Come into that wide leg forward fold. Take the feet now pretty wide. So, feel free to go nice and wide here. And then just fold. If your forearms meet the mat and that feels good, go for that. Make sure you lift the inner arches of the ankles, or the feet, I should say, by engaging through the front of the legs. And then push your thigh bones back. So flicking the tailbone, pushing the thigh bones back. That's just going to give you more space and more stretch, more length. Nice. Come up onto the fingertips, bend the left knee, turn to face the top of the mat, drop the right knee, and then allow that right foot to come to the left side of the mat. Rise up, setting up for that half Parsvakonasana. Left knee is bent, left fingertips reach the mat, and then reach the right arm up and over, and just getting into that left hip. Squeeze your right glute, reaching forward. Inhale to come up. This time swivel. So swivel the left toes to face the right side of the mat. Right hand will plant. Reach up and away. Half side plank here. Feel long through that left hand, the fingertips, right the way to the edge of the left foot. Inhale to rise. Left arm down the left leg. Feel stretch through the side body on that right side. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale, back up to that gate pose. Side body long on the right. Exhale, side body long on the left as we come into that half plank. Inhale. Back to gate. Right side long. Exhale. Right hand plants. Left arm up and over. Inhale, come up, rebend the knee, turn to face the top of the mat. This time just step your right foot up gently to meet the left. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale to fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Step the left foot back, drop the left knee. And then from here, we'll just take a couple of circles. So just 1, and then 2, maybe 3. And then drop the right hand down and then straighten through that right leg. Sit back to the heel. Find that deep stretch through the right leg just for a few breaths. Inhale, crawl your way forward. Lift the back knee, plant the left hand. And then from here, just swing that right arm underneath your left. Come to wide leg forward fold and just bow down here. Nice. Let everything be heavy. Walk the feet out. Maybe the head will seek the mat, and that's fine. You just want to feel a really good stretch here on the backs of the legs. Slowly inhale to halfway lift. Exhale, come back to where you started. Bend the right knee and drop the left knee down. Send the left foot out to the right. Find half Parsvakonasana, right hand on the inside of that right leg. Left arm reaching up. Exhale, come into your side plank straight away. Inhale up to your gate pose, reach the left arm up. Exhale back to that side plank. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, side plank. And then inhale, come up all the way, and then just take that right knee next to your left. Tuck your toes under, and then from here we're going to sweep the arms back and take Ustrasana Camel. So have your thumbs on the outside of your ankles, fingers on the inside, and just lift. The head can be lifted, or if it feels good, you can send it back. Send the hips forward here. And then gently come back up. Find your way back to where you started. So right foot to the top of the mat. Whoop. And then left knee bends. Gently step left foot up to meet right. Inhale. Halfway lift. Exhale to fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale. Right foot goes back. Drop right knee down. Plant the hand, take a couple of circles here on that left arm, the left shoulder. And then plant the left hand and slowly start to straighten through that left leg. Left heel seeks to drag itself along your mat and fold. Find the stretch here. Let the back round. Be introverted in your approach. Slowly crawl yourself back up. And then from here, tuck the back toes, lift the back knee. Take one circle with the left arm to allow you to swing around back into wide leg forward fold. Last time here. Let the head hang heavy. Walk the feet out as wide as you would like. Let the forearms come down perhaps. Notice if it's feeling different as you move through the stretches. And then inhale, halfway lift. Walk the hands back to the top of the mat. Bend the left knee, drop the right knee. Right foot comes over to the left side. Left fingertips on the inside of that left knee. Reach the right arm up and over, side angle. Exhale, half. Side plank. Reach the left arm over. Inhale up to gate pose, left hand down the leg, right arm up and over. Exhale, right hand down, side plank again. Inhale, reach up, gate pose, right arm over. Exhale, right hand down, left arm up and over. And then inhale, come up. Draw your left knee to meet your right, tuck your toes under. And then from here, we'll send the hands back, thumbs on the inside, and lift through the chest. coming into Ustrasana Camel. Send the hips nice and forward here. Hold on to the head or let it go. It's your choice. And then slowly release. Sit your butt to the heels. Turn so that you're kind of facing the long side or the top side of the mat into your regular seated place. Nice. So we're going to finish in a wide leg forward fold. We're going to kind of allow that to be our Savasana as well. So for this, I like to grab hold of the props. I'll actually face you for this. And then I like to make a little kind of tower with the props. So I stack my props and then I get my bolster and I pop the bolster onto the blocks. And you may need like a different height to me here. So, you know, just have a play with what it is that you need. Okay, and then I also like to take a blanket and I fold it a couple of times just to add a bit more height. You might not need the height. And then we're going to take the legs into a wide leg fold, so kind of where we've been all class. I like to come pretty close to the bolster, take the legs wide, and then just nuzzle yourself in really. So I'm going to place my head, I'll probably go to the side so it doesn't interfere with my mic, but you could let your head kind of seek the structure. So just find a place where you feel like you're getting a nice bit of support from your props, whatever they are, and then just relax. You can take the hands down, palms facing up. And we're just going to be here for a couple of minutes. So allow yourself to just settle. If having your ankles like on a hardwood floor, for some people that's uncomfortable, just grab yourself like a towel to slide under each ankle or each heel, because that can be realistic. Like I find that my ankles or my heels don't really like to be on the floor like that. So do whatever you need to so that you can be here for a little bit of time, because I want you to just fold and just relax onto your props, and I don't want you to feel discomfort anywhere. Quite the opposite. I want you to feel supported by all of the things that you have, you know, brought to this point in the practice. I want you to feel nice and heavy, but also passive. Notice your breath as your chest moves kind of against the bolster deeper and then releases a bit. And just notice how that feels. If at any point the props are not working for you, come out of it, readjust a little, and then just come back in. This is just your rest, your place for passive stretching, and, you know, make sure that it's supporting you. stay here for as long as you have available. I recommend 5 more minutes just to really get into the hips. And I actually would encourage, if you're going to do that, for you to open the legs a tiny bit wider and just go to what is like an end range for you, where you feel a deep stretch. Maybe add more to the props situation if that's needed. But for sure, I would say stay here for, I don't know, maybe another 5 minutes. Really get into the hips. But as always, I won't stay with you. This is where we will leave you. Thank you so much for following along with us and allowing us to share your practice with you today. It's an absolute pleasure. And hopefully we will see you again on the mat soon. Thank you, Yogi.